Hello, anybody that's in here. Um, yeah, in a dramatic case of irony, I was late doing an internet-related episode because my internet went down. So I'm not even kidding. I'll pull up the text message to prove it because I want you guys to know that Spectrum sucks balls. Here is yet another one of many of the text messages they sent me. It says there is a service outage affecting you. Restoration estimated by 10:30 p.m. It is, by the way, almost 8:30 p.m. here. So we would not have a show if I'm not running off of data that I'm using a hotspot with my phone. So we're going to have to keep this episode shorter than normal. So shorter than I would like, and I do apologize about that. But it's just where it goes. It's life, man. I'd like to think out there, everybody that has these live shows and stuff has the same amount of difficulties, like with internet and just with like life in general and shit. But I don't think that that's the case. I really don't.
No, there's gotta be.
Some do.
There's
Some
gotta
do.
be.
I've seen some where they complain about their internet or they're having streaming issues.
I
I've
think
seen it
most
before.
of them are like, we could just buy our way out of anything, and then
I mean, I can attest to that with work. Whenever we have, Zoom meetings and stuff, half the times at least one person is having technical difficulties for one reason or another. So
that's good.
it's
That's
just,
good.
something that happens. Internet is terrible.
I'm just feeling peachy, Sammy. I'm feeling so good about everything lately. It's awesome. It's great. Thanks for asking. Yeah, so we're gonna move and groove, guys, on this stuff today. So I am going to, I guess, have Kevin do a quick introduction, even though we really don't need one. But Kevin, you can just say our
We
names.
haven't done that in so long.
I know, but it gives me a second.
Right, very simple. You know who Bonnie is. She's a lady who is one of the loveliest cat mothers in the world, a world-renowned West Coast dancer, and loves her sweet little kittens. Look at that beautiful black fluffy creature. Look at him. Look at him. Look, he's smiling. Look at him. He's even waving to the camera. His little paws waving to the camera. Aw. How are you today, Miss Bonnie?
I am doing all right. I'm sorry. It's a crazy week at work, and
It's crunch time.
it's
Crunch time for
Yeah.
your end of the year.
Time.
Black Friday, Cyber Monday stuff too. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah, it's true, especially for your company.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then, of
Crazy
course,
stuff, watching all the numbers roll by.
oh
Mhm.
yes. By the way, was it a good Black Friday for you, as far as the company's concerned?
I think so. I don't know. I don't really
I
have
want
a
to say numbers are
proper way
down
to gauge, but I'm gonna guess
across the board, just based on the sales I saw, which were shit. Every single sale sucked. I don't think I saw. If you guys know of a good sale for today in particular, put it in the chat because I don't believe there is one. I don't think there is at all. I think Cyber Monday's bullshit. I think it's like the leftover Black Friday, which this year was also bullshit. So I think today was probably even worse. And that's just from quick glances online. I think everything kind of sucked.
Do you think that's because of the whole tariffs thing and how it's kind of raised prices?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
that would make a lot of sense.
100%. Yeah. It's going to affect the economy in much more of a way than what we thought, particularly because of this instance, which will blatantly, it'll just bluntly point it out to everybody that, hey, we're not doing well. And we're going to see it here when they go, oh, sales were down. In other news, because Black Friday and the tariffs, companies are blaming tariff. It's just what it's going to be. It's just what it's going to be.
I mean, I personally didn't do a whole lot of crazy Black Friday or Cyber Monday shopping, although I did buy myself a makeup palette because it was 50% off. So that was a very good deal.
Yeah, I guess that's a good deal then.
And then I got myself a new pair of shoes for the gym. And with the discount on that, plus discount rewards that I had already had saved up, I got that down to like 60% off. So I was very excited about that.
Well, if you want to make yourself look pretty, then I guess the deals were out there. Kevin and I, unfortunately, well, I don't know about Kevin, but I'll say for me, I can't make myself too pretty. There's just no hope here. I don't. I'm just giving up on that aspect.
We'll just take you on a trip to Sephora.
I'm
There you
gonna
go.
find a bridge to hide under, and I
And
think I'll be fine.
and Bonnie, take Donald with you to get one of those nice facials. To get the
No, I don't need a facial. No,
I-
Kevin,
I-
you could get a
Facials
facial.
are nice, but they're a little painful.
Oh, they are. Oh, they are.
Yeah.
I don't know for
Yeah,
the
they
person
can
giving
be-
them. I would
When they
imagine
do
it's pretty
extractions,
relaxing.
Yeah,
and,
no,
euphoric.
that part's
But
painful.
doesn't
You
like open up the pores or something like that?
I'm sure that part, like, when they do a nice steam or like face massage, like that part feels nice, but that all comes after they like squeeze the shit out of your skin and like pull out all the bad stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
that part's
so-
painful.
Oh, but the good news is, at least your face after that
Put it on
facial will be clean.
Mm.
You'll feel refreshed.
You'll
your
have a
pore-
nice healthy
Just rub it in.
glow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a nice healthy glow.
Yeah.
Your smile will be more prominent. I mean, my goodness, you'll be glowing like for at least a week.
No, maybe not.
Okay.
Of course,
Okay.
everybody knows this man, Mr. Donald. Everybody
Hi.
knows him.
and who are you? Are you Kevin?
I believe I am, but I was not voted the second most sexiest man in North Hollywood for 3 straight years. I know you're trying to go for #1 this year. I know that's your goal. isn't it?
I am. Yeah,
For 2025, that's your goal.
I absolutely am. Everybody, look out! Oops. Time crunch, everybody. Time crunch. And this actually worked out really well. I read one comic. I was just super busy. By the way, I went to the Air Supply concert over the weekend.
How was it?
Make fun of me however you will, but my friend was like, "Hey, I want to go see Air Supply, and I don't think anybody wants to go with me." And I was like, "Fuck it." I was like, "I'll go." We were in the last row in the back, and it was still a great seat. It was at the YouTube Theater there within the, what is it, the Lo-Fi Stadium or whatever you want to call it. SoFi, there we go. And I could have said hi-fi. So we were there in the back row, and even there it was a great seat. But a security guard like tapped me on the shoulder, and he was like, "Hey, can you come with me for a minute?" And I was like, "Oh fuck," because I had edibles. So I was like, "Shit, am I in trouble?" So I go out with him, and he's like, "First of all, you're not in trouble." And I was like, "Oh, thank God." And he's like, "But I wanted to give you these," and he handed me 2 tickets for the floor. And I'm not even kidding. Yeah, because apparently, because the floor tickets were like $400 and it's Air Supply, not everybody bought the tickets for the floor. So they had extra tickets, and they wanted to fill in that area because they were going to film.
Nice.
So me and my buddy, we got selected to be on the floor then. So we got upgraded immensely. So it ended up being
That's
really
amazing.
cool. Because let me tell you what.
You always hear these stories, but you never actually experience them.
Right, you never experienced. Now, I wish maybe Weird Al would have been that experience for us, but unfortunately, that's not the case. It happened to be Air Supply, which is fine. It's fine.
It makes sense. Al is still insanely popular.
Yeah, and Air Supply apparently is not as, but I will say the lead singer's voice was amazing. It sounded exactly like it has since 75. His voice sounds exactly the same, and I don't think I can say that at all for any other person I've heard perform. You can tell with age that there's a difference. They've matured. Their song, their voice, everything about them has changed, even just a little bit. But no, it was exactly the same, and it ended up being a really, 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 really cool experience. So I will say that. But that's the weekend for me. I did that, and then I went I went to the beach and had a bunch of fun, and we had Thanksgiving dinner and everything. So, lots of adventures and stuff. So I didn't get a chance to read a lot, in other words. Just let me read off a quick few comments here before I get started on my one book. Hi, Bonnie and Kevin. Oh, I think that's my mom and dad, because
Yes,
it's Don
it is.
McKinney 6616.
Hello,
Hi,
Mr.
Mom and Dad.
McKinney.
David Cox is here. Hello, David. I bought a kit that will let you know what part of Ireland we come from, son. Oh, boy, you're going to do your DNA. That's great. They're going to know so much more about us now.
There's always a good deal on those on Black Friday.
Oh, Chris Duque.
That's good DNA, yeah.
Chris, no, I don't want a Brazilian wax, sir. As far as I can remember, most people take advantage of Black Friday for themselves, then others, says Nucky Futz. Hello there, Mother Fukas. Hello, Sal. I demand proof, says Sammy. I don't believe it. I don't know what she doesn't believe.
Oh, you're the
Probably that you got
second
it.
man in North Hollywood.
Oh, okay. Or
Oh,
the
that.
third and fourth and fifth. Thanks, Big Sal. You went to a show to breathe air. That's weird. I did. But I did read Daredevil and Punisher, The Devil's Trigger. This is the Panosian cover, by the way. This is my favorite one of the bunch. They did some really cool covers for the book. It's basically about Matt Murdock, a.k.a. Daredevil. And he has this mob guy that he's trying to protect because he has a trial date. He has a court date. And he knows the Punisher's after him. So he tries to help the guy, but the Punisher gets to him and ties Daredevil up. He catches Daredevil, ties him up, puts a gun in his hands, and he's like, the only way that you're going to stop me from shooting this mob guy is by killing me. So Daredevil's like, oh my God, heaven help me. And he pulls the trigger. He pulls the trigger to try to kill the Punisher. I'm like, what the fuck? But he did it. He did it. He done did it. And there's nothing. There's nothing. There's no bullet or anything. So it does nothing. And the Punisher gets away and murders the guy. But what the Punisher does afterwards is interesting. He ties Daredevil up then, upside down inside of a warehouse where he knows two other mob bosses are going to meet. Two other mob bosses that were supposedly still in jail. Put in jail by the system through Matt Murdock, who helped put them through into jail and get them put behind bars. But they're out. And he's trying to figure out why or how, and he's trying to figure out how Frank Castle knew it. So that's the start of The Devil's Trigger of Daredevil Punisher. It's pretty good so far. I will say, when you're dealing with this kind of story, Jimmy Palmiotti, by the way, is always the go-to guy when it comes to the Punisher or Daredevil. Pretty much in my book, especially with the Punisher. I know Garth Ennis, blah, 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 blah. But Jimmy Palmiotti, hell of a writer when it comes to the Punisher and Daredevil. He can do a really good job. So, very much enjoyed this. I'm giving it a 7.5 out of 10. I think it's well worth your time. And it's a $5 price tag, so go pick it up. Run, don't walk to your local comic book shop and pick that up. I believe We Can Be Heroes in Chatsworth does have a few copies left that you can grab off the wall there, the wall of fame, so to speak. So grab what you can, guys. And I guess that's me having fully pulled out on all of you. Yay! All right, back to it. Okay. We're on a budget, guys.
Yeah.
The time has been truncated
We'll
due
just try
to
run through these as quickly as we can.
Yeah.
due to internet issues. And
Yeah, my
Eagles
internet's
especially.
down. So I'm running off of
the sweet
hotspot.
irony.
Yes. Very ironic indeed. Yes. Very ironic. A few more comments. Let's see. Did Air Supply leave you all out of love? Yes, Sean McGee. I was so lost without them. Let me tell you. Hey, Enrique. Nice to see you. Mr. Sean says, while Air Supply were competent musicians, their music has always been that awful, soft rock, spineless stuff, now called yacht rock. New name, still spineless. I don't think it's spineless. I think it's a love ballad, and maybe that's just not for you. But I wouldn't say spineless. I think there's a lot of intent behind it and a lot of passion. And I think I would have probably agreed with you before seeing them live. Now that I've seen them live and seen them perform, the even like the other dude, the other lead singer, the guy, I don't remember anybody's name with this band, but like while the lead singer went off to drink some tea, like to have a little tea break, because they're in their like 70s or whatever, he does a little poetry reading. So he's reciting poetry on stage for everybody and stuff. And this nice little intimate moment. And then he's describing his friendship with the lead singer and how they got to meet each other and how they grew up and how they performed together and stuff. So it was very, very nice. It was a very nice thing. But like I said, I would have totally agreed with you had I not seen them. But having seen them now, I think that there is a spot in the world for that type of music. And if you can call it whatever you want, but yeah, I think there's a lot of passion behind it, and I think there was a lot of intent with that passion too. So, go figure. Love the cover. Says Big Sal. Punisher said, "Psych." Yeah, exactly. Who punishes the Punisher? No one apparently. I was thinking about that, and like they give the Punisher too much credit for like. He's just some like combat veteran dude, that lost his family and it's like, I got nothing else to live for or whatever. But the dude should have been dead by now, like so many times. I'm sorry.
His anger keeps him alive. His vengeance keeps him alive.
I mean, he doesn't have Batman's money. Am I correct? Like,
nope. He's very resourceful. He's very resourceful.
I mean, I'm sure he's resourceful, but after a while, people are gonna like. They'll catch him, you'd think, they'd figure out. I don't know. It just doesn't seem. I'm talking about a comic book, so I take the irony. I do. Sal's giving it an 8 out of 10. He read it as well. And Mr. Sean likes that hard rock stuff. Yeah. I mean, I know. I think he likes Zeppelin and stuff like that. So, yeah. I mean, that makes sense. Nick Cage? I mean, Nick Fury? Nick Fury. Yeah, Nick Fury's just a dude, too. But, if you watch the movie with David Hasselhoff, you'd understand how cool he is and why. Just saying. But anyway, let's get to it, guys. We have some movies actually that we're going to be talking about today that are kind of internet based, having to do with the internet or around like a virtual reality type simulation, those types of things that are computer based, program based, so that's why it's Cyber Monday Funday, so to speak. So I'm glad that you all were able to take a moment in between your large purchases of sod and diapers in order to get on here and watch our little show here.
Sod and diapers.
Yeah. I don't know if diapers are on sale on Cyber Monday. I don't know. I will say what were on sale.
Maybe there's a
was
BOGO deal or
the
something.
Continental wet wipes for your bum, which are spectacular, by the way. If you don't use those, I don't know what you're doing. But those were 27% off on Amazon today. So that was the one sale I saw that I was like, ooh. So I did happen to purchase a case of those because they're 27% off. So yeah. Anyway. Nick Fury took a variation on the super soldier serum or some anti-aging longevity drug. Yeah, I think so. I think he did something like that because otherwise, because he's one of those few dudes that's like been around since World War II and didn't get frozen in time like Cap. And even if he did get frozen, not frozen in time like Cap, the serum supposedly keeps Cap kind of young too. So he lived a long kind of a life there, and then now he's lived a long life here so far and still remains relatively young, although pretty much so does every other comic book character, and the Simpsons also never age. So there we are. Yes, it's toilet. It's not really toilet paper. They're wipes, Sal. Learn the difference. Jeez, your ass will thank you.
it sounds like some kind of commercial at the end.
Your asshole, thank you.
Your
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah, it just says your asshole, thank you. They just come right out and say it. But I was thinking about talking about pulling up one and talking about one first that's fresh in my mind because I watched it not too long ago. So I kind of want to bring this up. This film is called, if we got a second, I don't know what is going on there. Let me pull that out. Let me get that out of there. There we go. And
there it is. I see it.
Let's bring it in. Let's see if we can. There we go. That split it up awkwardly, but whatever. I don't care. This movie is called Assassination Nation. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard of Assassination Nation or not. It's a little film that came out, I think, around I want to say 2017, 2018, somewhere around there. It has to do with a high school senior, Lily, and her friends. They just like any other teenager, texting each other all the time, selfies, posts, chats, things like that. TikToks, all that kind of stuff. A small town gets turned upside down when an anonymous hacker starts to reveal personal messages and secrets of thousands of people. Like it'll, somebody will release information. It'll go to everybody's, it'll be updated on everybody's phone and everybody will be in class and suddenly they'll look and it'll show their principal being spanked by a dominatrix. And then everybody knows that their principal is a kinky sex pervert. And then he has to go, and quit his job and say, step down. Oh, I can't be the principal anymore. And it just keeps rolling and rolling and going on and on and on. Anger starts to erupt into full-blown violence. And the four girls find themselves in a fight for their lives against an armed mob because these four girls are then indicated as the culprits, as the person that is posting all of this information about everybody. So then all the people that has had information posted about them, plus all the people that are scared to have information posted about them, go after these four girls and literally try to string them up. They try to hang them. They try to kill them. So it's all about the ramifications of social media, of the fast, relay of messages and information in our current times. And it is truly quite frightening, but it is also very relevant in a very good film, surprisingly. So, because it just wasn't one of those that when it came out that made you go, oh, wow, this is going to be amazing, or this is going to be really good. It ended up about an hour and 45, hour and 50 minutes, somewhere around there. It's kind of a horror, dark comedy, a little bit of a thriller kind of a thing. But it's really, really good watch. So if you guys get a chance, I highly recommend that you check out Assassination Nation. And that's the first one that we're rolling with. And then, whatever one you guys want to throw out there, I will pull up a picture for.
What you got, Bonnie?
Well, the first one that came to my mind when we started talking about this was Hackers.
Oof, God, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fun
Classic.
movie. That's
Such
a fun
movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Matthew Lillard before Scream.
Matthew Lillard, very early Matthew Lillard, very early Jesse Bradford and Angelina Jolie. Oh my God.
Johnny Miller.
Casting, yeah. This cast is incredible. And it's so much fun. It's just, oh man, it's so very, very 90s. There is not a single thing about this movie that is not incredibly dated at this point. But it just, oh God, it works.
Yeah. What when they were talking about the RAM, they were like, how many megabytes of RAM? And he's like, it's 4 megabytes of RAM or something.
And
the
you're
guy's
oh my God.
Wow, it's a 52 megabyte modem or something. And they're like, oh, that's so fast. And we're like, it's dial up.
Now we're just like, wow.
Yeah.
That's way less than my phone.
You have to get past that, though. You have to overlook that.
It's just, that's part of its charm, though, is that it's such a relic of its time. And it was fun back then. especially if you were, you know, any type of technology geek, regardless if you were like super, super smart about it, knew everything like they were, or if you were just, you know, kind of grassroots, whatever, like very basic. Like, I know some HTML, you know, like it was just fun. It was just so much fun. And I think it still is. It holds up in that way.
And the movie's 30
But
years
it's
old,
just-
if you could believe that. 30 years
yeah,
old.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
The Frida just did a 30th anniversary screening for it like a month ago. Sad that
I totally would have went to that.
Yeah, I would have gone too. I wanted to, but it didn't work out. It was during the week, so it was a weird time.
I hate when they do that.
I know. They put all the best stuff on like during the like
always. Yeah.
Time.
Yeah.
But
Humble
yeah.
Beginnings and Hackers.
Crash and
Burn. Yeah, yes. Yeah, that was him and Angelina Jolie's. She was Acid Burn and he was Crash Override, right?
Yes.
Yeah. His name used to be Zero Cool when he was a kid. And then he changed it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, I think it was Matthew Lillard that brought it up. It's like, you guys, it's like Crash and Burn. You know?
Yes. Exactly.
Because he was like the typical stoner burnout dude of the group.
Oh yeah.
Like 100%. But a great film. Fisher Stevens, great villain in this. Ridiculous villain in this.
So
I mean, like he had to get the disc from Johnny Lee Miller, like with the information on it, right? Mm-hmm. And like it's a seedy like alleyway handoff, and he gets out of his limo or whatever it is, like Fisher Stevens does, and hangs off the side while he's on a skateboard to like swipe the information, like the disc off of Johnny Lee Miller, and then just like skateboards away. It's the dumbest thing ever, but I'm here for it. I love that shit. Great film. That's a good one. Definitely a good one.
Yeah. Time for a rewatch.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. All right. I'm going to take that one out and
let's go with one of my favorite movies from also. Well, you know what's funny? A lot of these movies are from the 1990s. I just realized that. But this is a great 90s classic, Enemy of the State.
Enemy.
I never saw this one.
Really? Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Gene Hackman, Will Smith, John Voight, Jake Busey, Regina King, Gabriel Byrne. I mean, you have a great cast. I mean, it's basically it's a Jerry Bruckheimer movie, but it's like an intelligent Jerry Bruckheimer action movie. The best way I can describe it. Basically, you have a lawyer.
There's still a lot of shit blowing up, though, right?
Oh, of course.
Hey, it's Bruckheimer.
But in a an intelligent way, of course.
All right.
But basically, this is the first time I ever heard of the NSA, the National Security Agency. I thought, oh, what's that? But it's a real organization, much like the CIA. They basically do, spying on, people who are, I guess, the enemies of the state, so to speak. And so Will Smith gets caught up in a conspiracy where he accidentally gets a hold of this device that has an assassination of a congressperson. So he gets caught up in it, and they're able to track him. And because you find out how the government can trace you through your electronics and whatnot. So Will Smith is on the run, trying to escape people who want to cover up the crime that they committed. And of course, these people are obviously part of the government because they're trying to make sure a certain bill isn't passed, which is about making sure the government's held accountable. So of course, they want to eliminate all people, who can expose them. So it's this crazy adventure. He meets Gene Hackman, who used to work for the government, and he decides to help him. And it's a fun, kind of cat and mouse game that goes on throughout the movie. But it's a lot of fun, really good movie. If you haven't seen it, Bonnie, I highly recommend it. You got to catch it.
It is. It is very good. Very good. And Hackman's great as always. I mean, there's not too many films of Gene Hackman in it where I was like, I don't know. I don't even know if there is one where I was like, he phoned it in. This guy didn't even try.
Always the professional. Always the concept.
Even in Welcome to Mooseport, I mean, he did his part.
That was his last movie, wasn't it?
It was.
Oh, man.
It was, yeah. Yeah. And what went down with him, truly tragic. I mean, just
it's so sad.
Nuts.
So sad.
Yeah.
Nuts what happened. I don't even know if we still know exactly. like the real reason or the real explanation for it, but it's crazy. Like, damn. All right, let's take this one down.
All right, what you got in the next one?
Let me bring up an image here, and we'll go from there. Boom, 1992 Robert Redford film, Sneakers.
There we go, Sneakers.
Yeah.
Another
Actually,
one I don't know.
Oh shit. Well, this one's really good. I'll just read a synopsis for you guys. Computer hacker Martin heads a group. That's Robert Redford heads a group of specialists who test the security of various San Francisco companies. Martin is approached by two National Security Agency officers who ask him to steal a newly invented decoder. Martin and his team discover that the black box can crack any encryption code, posing a huge threat if it lands into the wrong hands. When Martin realizes that those NSA agents that approached him are rogue agents, they then frame him for the murder of the device's inventor. And then him and his gang of wily cohorts go on the run to try to prove their innocence and get back at these rogue agents. And it is a very, very good film. It's one of those, I call it a quiet action film. Is what I would like to call it. It's not a drama so much because there's just too much going on in it that relates to some sort of action, whether it be online or in a computer, in a program, or between people. There's always some form of action taking place. So I call it a quiet action film for that reason. It's very well done. River Phoenix is fantastic in this. Sidney Poitier is fantastic in this. Dan Aykroyd is fantastic. Ben Kingsley is fantastic. David Strathairn is fantastic. Redford's fantastic. It's just so on and so forth. Yeah, it is an amazing cast. Mary McDonald's in this as well. She's fantastic. Just a really, really, really good film. And if you guys haven't had a chance to check this out, Bonnie, highly recommend you do put that in your viewing calendar and take it off your shame list.
You know, it's funny. She
should
watch Sneakers and Enemy. She should watch Sneakers and Enemy of the State back to back because they do have somewhat similar things.
They
going
do.
On. Government conspiracies and secrets and. I mean, hey.
When you were talking about it, I was thinking the same thing, Kevin.
I mean, double feature, sure.
Down.
And
yes, Mr. Sean, you're absolutely right. Smart script, great cast with a solid ending. There you go.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, moving on.
Miss Bonnie, what you got?
Okay, I am gonna say let's go with Searching, starring John Cho.
There it is. Boom.
So if you haven't seen Searching, this one came out a handful of years ago. It was 2021, 22, I think. Not too long ago. But this one was really interesting and fun to watch because the entire thing takes place on his IMAX screen. And his daughter's missing. He's trying to track her down. He's calling her friends. He's calling the police. He's digging through her social media, like all of these different things to track the story along. And it's all just happening on the computer screen. And it's just, there's something very fascinating about the whole thing.
It's really cool the way they do it and the way that they reveal the information. It's like, I don't know if you guys remember, like when PlayStation, back when it was first started, and they had still had like Sega CD kind of roaming around there, and they did these first person like choose your own adventure live action film games. One of them was called Psychic Detective, and you would go around, you went around a party and you would interview people to try to figure out who killed this eccentric billionaire that owns this thing and whatever, and you were hired by somebody within the party to investigate. And when you would go up to ask somebody something, it would start a clip, and then when you chose to ask them a question, it would give you 3 different things to ask, options, and when you choose one, it would take you to another, like a choose your own adventure type thing. And it felt very much kind of like that, that you got to see this investigation take place over the internet, like between friends talking to each other and interviewing each other, kind of, where were you and what was going on? And, Cho trying to figure out with his daughter and in connecting with family
People
members
sending him
and
videos, and then him pulling
yes.
up like the news reports and everything.
Mm-hmm.
The way they still managed to control the narrative and present it in a way that made sense was just really cool.
Very, very cool.
All right.
So let's move that one out.
If you guys haven't seen that one, check it out.
Absolutely. All right.
Knocking Futz says, I was an extra in a movie called Control Alt Delete. Indie movie. Kind of hackers type movie. Oh, that's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Another proto cyber would be Colossus, the Forbidden Planet. Oh, okay. Oh shit! And two computers contact each other and controls the world's the world's nukes. What was that, Bonnie? I'm sorry.
Oh, I was asking if you knew if it was streaming anywhere.
Ah, well, I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out.
The Conversation. Cool. Okay. Gene Hackman in The Conversation. Yeah, I don't think I've seen The Conversation. Have you guys seen The Conversation?
I think I've seen parts of it like a long time ago. That was the movie that Coppola made in between the first two Godfather films.
Okay. Gotcha. Alrighty.
Let's see, it's my turn, right?
I think so, yeah.
All right. How about this Tom Cruise mini classic from 2002, Minority Report?
This was an interesting one. The concept was very controversial.
Phil K. Dick.
Yeah.
Story.
Yeah. And I swear I heard something relatively recently where they were trying to do something with this type of technology now.
Yeah, pre-crime. It basically predictive technology or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Scary.
Very.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You have the genetic disposition to possibly commit a crime due to your family's lineage or heritage.
Yeah.
And we're in the environment that you're involved in currently. So either you work your way out of that environment or we're going to have you arrested for premeditated crimes. That premeditated crimes.
Yeah, I haven't done anything yet. Well, you might.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we gotta lock you up just in case.
God.
And as we know throughout the movie, just like in real life, things can be manipulated to make you look like you did something wrong when you didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's actually happening today in some respect. Like for real, there was a situation I was reading about. A kid or someone was supposedly seen on camera doing something, but it wasn't really them. It was some kind of like a deep fake video.
Deep fakes are scary, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to become to where you have to have a certain background in computer tech or in programming in order to be in hand more and more closely with just general patrol officers that have just pulled people off the street for petty crimes and stuff. That, oh, well, we saw you on camera, and they're like, I wasn't there. I was with my cousin or whatever. And they're like, no, we saw you. And then it's just like a petty ex-wife or something that wants this guy put in jail that hired a dude to make a deep fake of him robbing a convenience store or some shit. Yeah.
Or even worse. You have a child of a billionaire. Him and his cronies are doing all kinds of dirt. Hey, you got the money and the power. You can do exactly that. You can just pick some random person and say that them and their cronies or their friends committed the crime, and you get off scot-free.
Yeah. Absolutely. What was Bonnie's movie? The movie you were just talking about?
The last one, Searching.
Yeah, with John Cho.
I put that in there for you also. So you can pull from that if you need.
Not to be confused with Missing, which is what we did in the group text.
Totally. I mean, that was my fault, I think, because I mentioned it.
The funny thing is, it's basically the exact same plot. It's just with it's reversed with a mother
Well,
and a daughter versus a father
if-
searching for his kid.
If you like the photos there, you can throw it on real quick. You could do that. Photos there.
For missing?
Yeah, I gave you that.
All right, let me pull that up.
So it is funny. So I guess two people had a similar idea, and then they both got made into movies. It happens. It happens.
Yeah.
Missing. There we go.
So Missing, yeah. This it's currently on Hulu. This one came out in 2023, and girl's mother, she meets a man online, goes to I think Costa Rica. I could be completely wrong. Either way, she goes out of the country to go meet up with her boyfriend. She goes missing, and daughter's using the internet to try and find her. And it's the same premise as the John Cho movie, where everything is taking place on her computer screen. You see her checking the Ring cameras and calling the police, hiring a TaskRabbit person in Costa Rica or wherever her mother was to try and track down her mom using her GPS from the last signal she got from her phone and all of the things.
Oh, that's pretty clever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of a bigger spin on the using technology to track somebody down thing, because her mom is, somewhere internationally, whereas John Cho, he was looking for his daughter somewhere very, very local. So it's a little bit on the, the wider scale. But it's still a really great, interesting way to tell a story. And this one was really good. It hooks you in. There is a big twist at the end. But yeah, another fun one. And it is currently streaming on Hulu if anybody wants to check that out.
Maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I'll put it on tonight or something. I've been barreling through the Stranger Things catch up episodes before season 5, and all the episodes they say to watch before you get to that. And then I'm also simultaneously watching Lord of the Rings. I'm on the third film now, but that's kind of like a pre-bedtime thing. I don't want to say Lord of the Rings makes me sleepy, but it's comfort food for me. So I can get a blanket, a hot cup of tea, turn on Lord of the Rings, and then
my rainy day movie.
20 minutes in, I'm like, okay, I think I can take a nap.
Lord of the Rings on a nice rainy day.
Yeah. That sounds good, actually. And so I'm sitting there, and then Adam, my friend Adam, keeps asking me. He's like, "Oh, so who would win? Would it be Dumbledore or Gandalf? If they had to fight?" And I was like, "It's Gandalf." Gandalf.
Wait. I think we decided this a few years ago. We had a tournament of wizards, didn't we?
I think we did. Yeah, we had something like that, or something similar to that. Tournament of badasses or something. I don't know. But yeah,
I think that matchup did happen.
Decidedly won on that. Yeah, that was a pretty easy win for him.
Yeah.
I got a couple more comments here. How about the German film The Lives of Others, about the Stasi surveillance of everybody in East Germany during the Cold War era?
We had that at the ArcLight back in the day. I remember that movie.
God, that sounds so
that had to
boring.
Been after my time.
No. You were still there. It came out.
It sounds scary, but it also sounds like.
I don't remember.
God, you imagine being somebody that had to do the surveillance of everybody? That sounds so boring. You'd be like, oh, the Von Trapps again. They're just sons of bitches. All they do is sing. I just can't stand this shit. I don't know. I've been doing Welcome to Derry. I've also been doing that, but I need to watch yesterday's episode and Mayor of Kingston. I also been watching The Chair Company. I think it's called The Chair Company. Which I don't know if anybody else has finished it, watched the final episode of the season, but I
haven't even started it.
To not steal your name, it's knocking futz. I will say I don't understand it. It feels like they jumped the shark, but I'm gonna have to wait for next season to understand it, because it's just not. It's not comprehensible. I don't feel. I don't. It's just not. And when you watch it, we can talk about it. I'm going to take this down, and I will pull up another one here. Let's see. What do I got on my plate here? This is a nice little juicy one here. This is from 1999.
See, I know it's one of two movies. It has to be one of two I could think of.
The 13th Floor.
Gretchen Mol.
This is a very interesting one because it has Vincent D'Onofrio, Craig Bierko, and Gretchen Mol. Even Dennis Haysbert's in it as well, which is interesting. A man awakens, which is, I believe it's Craig Bierko, to discover a bloody shirt in his house and his boss murdered the night before. Did he do it? Why can't he remember? The 13th Floor is a sci-fi thriller that explores the ominous possibility of computer-simulated universes where people only believe they are real. So it came out May 28th of 1999, right around the same time or close to it as The Matrix, if I recall, or relatively similar
Matrix
time.
Matrix came out in April of 99.
And a lot of people compared this film to like Dark City, Strange Days, those types of films had a very similar feel. It's actually a very, very good movie. If you do get a chance to watch it, Vincent D'Onofrio in it, of course, ever the brooding presence, the giant presence in the room, again plays that type of character so effortlessly. So he's a joy to watch. Craig Bierko, I've enjoyed Craig Bierko's work for many, many, many years. He moved on to Cinderella Man and a few other things after that, although he's been in, from what I can gather, relatively quiet as of late. But was going at it since the if I recall the 80s, mid 80s, early to mid 80s, for like sitcoms and stuff, and then it moved on into film and kind of wedged his way into films like this, and the 13th Floor was no exception. Really, really good film, rated R. I don't think there was anything too bad in it. So if you do have kids, I think it'd be all right to watch. I don't remember there being anything crazy, but very good movie.
All right, Miss Bonnie.
Okay, give me a quick second to refresh my memory on our list. Let's see, you guys just want to take another one?
Yeah. You can grab another one if you want. I know one that you could talk about all day long. It starts with a Y.
I was trying to avoid that one.
No, I think
come on,
Okay,
Bonnie.
then let's go for it.
Bonnie,
just do it.
Let's
do
go
it,
for
Bonnie.
Okay.
AOL.
I'm the girl. We'll do it.
AOL.
Mm-hmm. You've got math.
What?
1998.
1999. 98?
98.
98, yeah.
What
Man.
a crap movie.
No, I love this movie so much.
Piece of shit. I've tried to rewatch it.
It's like what, the third remake of the classic movie The Shop Around the Corner. And I love this. It's just so cute and charming. I think it's Tom Hanks and oh my gosh, wow, why am I having this moment here?
Meg Ryan.
Thank you. Stupid brain.
Reuniting from
Hanks
Sleepless in
Meg
Seattle.
Ryan, like reunited. It's them at their finest. They're
There
just
you go.
so cute and adorable together. And the heyday of AOL, and they meet in a chat room and they start, PMing, because back in the day it wasn't DM, it was PM.
PMing.
It was PMing on AIM.
Yeah.
Although technically, like, since it was still AOL, it was all with
it is a piece of shit movie, says Sal.
Oh,
poor Sal said that. Whatever, you can shove it. Okay.
But it made
Sammy's
$250 million.
It made $250 million. Sammy, have my back, please.
It made $250 million at the box office, Donald. It has to be good.
It's just so cute and charming, and there are just quotes from this movie that play in my head all of the time, and things that I think of when I hear certain songs or sounds or whatever that I just equate with this movie.
And rest in peace to the director, Nora Ephron.
Yes. One of her early works, and just I love this movie. I do. It makes you appreciate books and literature aside from, everything else, walking into a bookstore and being able to, pull something up off the shelves and have somebody who knows something about books talk to you about them, connecting with people over things like that. It's real and it's genuine. It's, you know, making those online connections, but then making those connections in real life also. There is just what's so horrible about that?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Connections.
Sean McGean, for once, Donald is right.
Fuck you guys.
Sorry, Bonnie. Sorry, Bonnie.
Jeez.
Let's
Bonnie,
barrel
I
through
tried to help
these
you.
here.
I let him know the movie made a lot of money.
All right,
It
Kevin.
did.
Let's get to
It
your
is
next
one of
one.
the best romantic comedies of all time.
Oh my God, no! Not even close.
I'll give you a twofer.
Do it.
Tron and Tron Legacy. I mean, or they all go together in some many
Sounds
respects.
good.
Yeah, I mean, the concept's very interesting. The fact that able to digitize yourself as a regular human being into a virtual reality and go into the grid, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool concept. Who knows? Maybe one day it may actually happen because they're trying to work on ways to find a way to upload like your brain or your mind into the virtual world. So you never know. This might be a thing. Maybe by the end of this century or in the early 22nd century, might be a way to actually. Oh, go ahead.
I haven't seen Tron Legacy in so long, but I went back and watched Tron very recently, and I found it to be rather slow, but still very enjoyable.
Yes, but Legacy is modern.
I tried to watch Tron for the first time like a year ago, 2 years ago, and found it very slow and could not get through it.
It is slow because, you know, it's the first time you're seeing that kind of technology. But Tron Legacy is definitely more enjoyable because, you know, it's more modern. You know, it's the effects are really cool, especially like the costumes and the outfits. So, and also you can't go wrong with the Daft Punk soundtrack to the movie. So
no. And Tron Ares is a third one, and that has Trent Reznor, right? 9 Inch Nails.
I believe. Yes, I believe so. Yes.
Yeah. So that should be interesting. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Yeah, neither have I.
Jared Leto's in the cast too, right?
Oh,
yes.
In the new one, yeah.
Oh,
a lot of people are claiming that's the reason why I did not do well, because he was in the cast. I don't think that's the case. I think that these types of films, all the Trons, I don't think were hits right out of the gate. It took a lot of time and a lot of love and, you know, to kind of nurture the money out of it and create another one. We'll probably see a fourth one in like 20 years.
I never heard that terminology before. Nurture the money out of it. I like that.
Yeah. Another one I'm going to hurry up and mention, Virtuosity. This one came out in 1995. A former cop who has been in prison for murdering the psychopath who killed his family is recruited to test out a new virtual reality program where the goal is to apprehend a computer-generated being called SID 6.7. Russell Crowe, who has been modeled on hundreds of deranged criminals. When Sid manages to escape into the real world, Barnes must capture or destroy him before the soulless entity can go on a killing spree. And boy, is this just fun on a bun. I mean, this is Russell Crowe cutting it up, being like classic Russell Crowe before he was classic Russell Crowe. This is very early, like, you know, pre Gladiator,
LA Confidential,
LA Confidential, huge Russell Crowe, but you could see the forming of his career, of the merit of the man, so to speak.
This year was very good for him because you know what other movie he did this year? One of your favorite directors.
In 95?
Yeah, one of your favorite directors did a movie that year. That he's in it.
What was it?
Sam Raimi, Quick and the Dead.
Oh yeah. He was in that, wasn't he? He was the the preacher or something, I think.
Yep.
I
believe so. I believe so.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, and that's a great film. I just watched that for the first time. I think it was like last year. I'd never seen it. It was on my shame list. And I was like, man, I gotta cross this one off because it's a Western. I love Westerns.
Yeah.
I love Sam Raimi films. Why haven't I seen this? And I think the fact that a lot of people
been a couple of years since I've seen that one.
It was like a female-led Western. Like she was like you know, supposed to maybe like a gunslinger or something. People like in my world were like, oh yeah, this is, you know, this is stupid or this is not good or whatever. But I very much enjoyed it. I thought everybody did a great job. So it's a lot of fun. Very good.
Sam has underrated films that are not the horror or sci-fi comic book movies that people forget about.
Yeah. I'm gonna just bring up all the rest here in a quick flurry of here we go. So 2012, Wreck-It Ralph. What is there to say about this one? This is a great one. This is like video games. This is classic video games, and pre-internet, so to speak. But then they are able to connect then in a video game world, like the lobby in the Nintendo system that they had, where you could hang out with other people that were waiting before they would go and play a game. That's what this movie was like. It was so much fun. Very, very, very much enjoyed Wreck-It Ralph. I did not love the second one as much, but the first one's just great. It's just so good. And there's so much sentimentality between that. Oh, well, there you are, Brian from Half's Hot Sauce. I've been waiting on you. Guys, if you haven't done your Christmas shopping yet, go to halfshotsauce.com, type in the coupon code Donald Hiccups, and get 10% off your order. Hot sauce makes a great stocking stuffer, or just a great gift in general if you're going to somebody's Christmas party or holiday party, company holiday party, white elephant gift, any of those options. It's like $10, $12 for the sauce. You get 10% off. He'll ship it out to you. He'll do you the service of basically just dropping it off at your door, and then you have it to give away or to enjoy yourself, even if you want to be a greedy little whore, and get some of that awesome pickle hot sauce and put it on your hot dogs or sausages or cheeseburgers or whatever. Highly recommend that. Elevate your sandwiches with Half's Hot Sauce. And back to it, guys. Let's get this one out of here. Moving on.
Son of David Cox mentioned earlier, Johnny Mnemonic.
That was on the list.
Yes. There it is. Okay. Yeah. It's a really good one too. Keanu Reeves. He has like a chip in his brain or something, right? It was like something.
They asked to literally deliver a package.
Yeah, that's what they are. They were like delivery people, and they would deliver information that was stored in their brain. And he had something that everybody wanted, so they were after him. I remember that. It was kind of a cool idea, and Keanu pre-Matrix.
Yeah, pre-Matrix, and just after Speed. 1 year after Speed.
And speaking of pre-Matrix, why don't we just bring
up Matrix?
The Matrix.
The Matrix.
There we go.
There it is. Obviously, a phenomenal film. Definitely
I recently revisited this for the first time since it had come out.
Wow.
Yeah, so I didn't see it in theaters back in the day, but I did rent it from Blockbuster one night. And at the time, I was not impressed. It didn't do it for me. Did not strike my fancy.
Bonnie, it's funny you mention it because we got that movie on my college campus. Like they had these early movie screenings before they came out in regular theaters. I felt the same way because I saw Dark City the year before, and I felt they were copying Dark City in some ways. And interestingly enough, they used some of the same sets.
I can totally see. And I didn't see Dark City for several years. I can't remember who introduced me to it. But when they did introduce me to it, they're like, yeah, totally, got ripped off by the Matrix.
Sure, it wasn't me. It may have been me.
To me, and it's been a while since I've seen Dark City as well. I need to revisit that one too. But to me, I do feel like Dark City is the stronger movie.
Thank you. Thank you. I love the Matrix movie, but Dark City to me.
Oh, Dark City's fantastic. Yeah. And it does everything.
Now as an adult.
It does everything that the Matrix was trying to do in 3 films in just one film.
Mm-hmm.
It did everything, and it didn't come back with a 4th film that was sex utter shit.
Oh man,
and tried to undo everything just because the 2 co-creators had sex changes. And I hate saying that, but it just felt really tied to that and unnecessary and strange and just awkward in every single way possible. Not good.
And Bonnie, if you remember, Dark City was my second and final film that I had on my name tag.
I do recall that. Yes.
Now, moving on from that, I have another one here I'm going to bring up. It starts with an H and it ends with an
Her.
Oh, her.
That took you way too long.
Yeah.
Now, I have not seen this film, But I do know it's basically like like Alexa or Siri in an earpiece in your ear, and he
Yeah.
kind of falls in love
He
with the
basically falls in love
program.
with Siri. Mhm.
Yeah. And that just seems sad to me, and I guess that's probably why I never watched it.
It is quite sad. It is.
Yeah, see, there we go.
Especially towards the end when it gets to the third act, because you start to get the sense or the feeling that like, oh, maybe she really does actually, like she is becoming a little bit more of like a sentient being. She is developing feelings for him. Maybe all of this is actually like, it's really real. It's really true. And then something happens and it just all falls apart and it just wrecks him. Which understandable.
Yeah.
And it's just, oh man.
If you want to see a fun version of what this movie had potential to be, watch Companion. That's a really, really good film. Jack Quaid is in it, Dennis Quaid's son. And it's a really, really good film. So if you get a chance to watch it, I don't want to tell you anymore because I went in totally blind into that film, into Companion, and it was spectacular, especially not knowing certain things. So if you are going to watch it, don't read up on it. Just watch Companion, and you can thank me later for it, or you don't have to thank me. I don't give a shit. Just enjoy it. Next up, let's go with 1995, Sandra Bullock. What am I talking about?
The Net.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny. Her and Keanu Reeves, they did Speed the year before in 94. Then the following year in 95, they're both doing like cyber movies.
Oh, hey,
I mean,
by the way,
cyber movies were such a big thing back then,
Yeah, the internet was starting.
Exciting.
Internet was starting.
It's true.
Internet was starting.
Brian said free coaster with every Donald Hiccups order on halfshotsauce.com. So if you go to halfshotsauce.com and you type in the code Donald Hiccups, not only do you get the hot sauce with 10% off, but you get a free coaster. You can't go wrong with that. I have coasters right here, and let me tell you, it would be detrimental for me to not have any because I use ice in everything. So coasters are important, guys.
Very important.
Yes, they are.
So the Net, what's the basic premise of the Net? I haven't seen it since 95. So
I saw
know
it for the first time a year ago or so. So relatively recently. But basically, Sandra Bullock, she is the very first work from home employee, it seems like. Right, pretty much. No, she's working for the government, I think, but she's getting ready. She does everything online. She orders her pizzas online. This was well before any of that was, set up. So she is a very strong, intelligent, hacker-minded woman, and knows all this crazy shit about the internet and everything.
Oh yeah, she's doing a freelance gig.
Yeah, and it all turns south somehow when she tries to go on vacation, and it turns out her identity's been stolen.
Yeah, trip to Mexico. She's seduced by handsome stranger, intent on locating the same disc that she's after. Yeah, okay. Soon she's into a far-reaching conspiracy that leads to her identity being erased. Can she stop the same thing from happening to her life?
Dun, dun, dun. So yeah, it's a crazy cat and mouse chase, and it's a fun one. It is. It's a quick one. It's only 90-minute movie, I think.
Yeah, it's not that long.
Okay. Speaking of quick
90
film,
minute, hour 45 tops.
In films that now, if you look at it, the virtual reality that they put you in is ridiculous and looks so stupid, and I'm here for it, man. We're talking Lawnmower Man, dude. Lawnmower
I know
Man.
nothing about this.
And your favorite Bond's in there too, Pierce Brosnan.
It's a 1992 film, and I believe it was what's his name? Jeff. I want to say Jeff Fahey.
Yeah, Fahey or something like that.
Fahey. I think it was Jeff Fahey was in it, and I think it's isn't it a Stephen King written?
Yeah, it's like a Stephen King story or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's it does. It's a story by Stephen King. It says that the eccentric Dr. Lawrence Angelo puts mentally disabled landscaper Job Smith on a regimen of experimental pills and computer simulated training sequences in hopes of augmenting the man's intelligence. In time, Joe becomes noticeably brighter and also begins to fare much better with the opposite sex. As he develops psychic powers, he realizes that those around him have taken advantage of his simplicity his whole life, and he plots his bloody revenge.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Kind of sounds good to me.
Uh-oh. Watch out.
Yeah.
Kind of almost sounds like Flowers for Algernon with a twist.
Yeah.
And it looks ridiculous, and I love the idea for it. Wow. Okay. Yeah, it does sound like Flowers for Algernon.
Right?
With
But
a
with a
twist.
murderous twist.
Yeah. And one more. Let's just do one more.
Hey, we'll get you, Bonnie, Catfish. That's the one you guys were talking about. That one. That sounds really creepy.
Oh, I just pulled up War Games.
Oh.
So War Games just has to do with these guys, these kids, they go into like the Pentagon or whatever, and they get access to nuclear devices or some shit.
Yes, yeah, nuclear weapons.
Yeah, and then the government's after them, and there we go. Blah 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 blah.
But anyway. It's an early Matthew Broderick film.
Mm-hmm. You were talking about Catfish. I don't know. Do I have an image for that?
Yeah,
I do. Okay.
I heard about this.
Okay,
and that's the thing that certainly happens in real life that freaks people out. Get you killed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Catfish is a documentary, so
they made a huge series after it based on this. Yeah.
Yeah, so this documentary did so well because nobody had heard the term catfishing before.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what introduced it to everybody. Of course, everybody knew about the practice of catfishing. We just never had a name for it up until this point. But I mean, it was one of those things about the internet that they tried to teach you the danger on in the early days that really just came to a head, which is the whole anybody could be pretending to be anybody online.
Don't trust anyone.
Yeah, you think you're talking to an 18-year-old girl. She might be a 50-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
Very true. Very true. Creepy times, I'll tell you. Like, how many times were you in a chat room talking to somebody, and then later on, like, you're like, I wonder if that really was like a guy my age or a girl my age or whatever.
Oh, I guarantee 100% when I was 15 years old, I was talking to people online that I had no business talking to because I guarantee they were not how old they said they were.
They're probably 55 years old, honey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And thank God you never went out there and met them in person because God.
Yeah, I never did anything stupid other than talking to people online that I definitely probably should not have been talking to.
Demolition Man was a very good film, Sean.
We should have brought up Demolition Man.
I don't.
And Strange Days too. I forgot about
was
that.
Demolition Man internet based?
There were some.
No, not exactly.
I don't think so much. Cryogenics, I think, was like a big part of it, right?
No, but also like they had their thing where
all that tech.
Wesley Snipes went up to the booth and like basically like downloaded like.
Oh, yeah, true.
Oh yeah, the three seashells.
That was when they were. That was when they were in the cryo freeze. But you know they're supposed to download all these different
information and
rehab information, right? Like all of a sudden, Sylvester Stallone knows how to knit. That's supposed to be his calming activity or whatever. But Wesley Snipes, he got hijacked, and they, downloaded all this martial arts shit and extra, murdery things to make him even more lethal.
And also the love scene with Sandra Bullock.
And the love scene.
Oh. And of course he got confused. He's like, hey, would you like to,
Oh,
sure. It's like, wait. Okay.
Fluid exchange? Ew.
Yeah. She was grossed out by it. Yeah. Well, guys, I think that's going to have to do it. I'm running out of time on this with my phone leading the way here because my internet's down. But I want to thank you all for being a part of this very fast, very quick episode on our live podcast episode of Rumble Pop. We appreciate you all very much, especially for being so active and talking to each other and having a good time in the chat. That's always important for us. So thank you guys for doing that, and everybody being good-humored and good-natured. I appreciate that also. So we will be back, I think, next week, right? We don't have anything that's going to take us off the map. So we'll be back next week. We will be shifting into holiday madness, and you know what that entails. Lots and lots of holiday film talk. And guys, we've got a few doozies up our sleeves. So stay tuned for next week for that. And it's going to, I believe, if I'm correct, it's going to springboard the Holiday Madness giveaway, where we're going to start giving away some
Madness.
things. So the Wheel of Fun will be back up and running, and we will be start doing some holiday giveaways, so you guys can enjoy giving away some of the gifts that we've given away to you, to your friends and family, or a white elephant gift or whatever as well. I will have probably a few hot sauces available from Half's Hot Sauce that I'll be giving away also for this event. So keep that in mind. We'll probably have some comic books that we'll be giving away, and some movies, films, and things like that as well. So we hope to see you there. Tell your friends, guys, because that's how we survive, is by you telling your friends about us. We're also going to start a sounds so annoying, but like probably some form of a donation platform to where you can tell people about us, and if they donate $1 or whatever, they get something, and it keeps us going and stuff. Because I got the pricing for everything this year, and everything went up tremendously, so it's kind of sucks. But we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. That's the important part, even without the internet right now today. So I want to thank you all for being on. We really appreciate it. And if you're feeling thirsty, perhaps you should
have a wired, intelligent, but always secured Rumble Pop.
Bye, guys. Have
Bye.
a great evening, a great morning too, and a great rest of your life, I guess. I'm just
Don't
searching
forget to
for
like and
words.
subscribe.
Yeah, definitely. That's the most important part, is that you're liking and subscribing. But anyway, have a great one, guys.
Take care.
Until next time.